Welcome in, everybody, to Pickswise for our 2022-2023 NBA preview as we take a look at several different markets for you to wager on. I'm Mark Zinno, joined by Bobby Stanley, affectionately known as Prop Holliday, as we go through the MVP market for the NBA. Bobby, the odds-on favorite right now, Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks at 5-1, Joel Embiid right behind him at 6-1, Giannis at 7-1, and then a host of others at 10-1 or higher. Your money, where's it going? Who do you like and why?
For me, this year, it's on Joel Embiid. I mean, he's a center that's about to be 29 years old. He's been runner-up in back-to-back seasons. Conservatively, he should be average 30 points, 12 rebounds a game on what could be a top two team in the East. He's owed this award. At least one of the last two seasons that Jokic got it. So if he does what he's supposed to do, and we know what he can do, that double-double 30-point range, I think he finally gets it. And I think this year the Sixers really take the leap that everybody's been waiting on, and the Embiid award kind of solidifies that. So Embiid's my favorite for the MVP.
The one bugaboo that always bites somebody in the backside as far as their MVP consideration is just playing actual games. And that's my angst against going against Embiid because, well, he's often injured. I mean, he played last year a good enough amount, obviously, to be considered for it. But that's always the issue, which is why I'll look to a young guy in Morant. Finished top 10 in the league in scoring last year. He's going to be on a team that's likely going to win 55, maybe even 60 games again. This is a young group that wants to play every night and wants to assert themselves as one of the best teams in the NBA. And Ja just has that star power, that flash that we all love about him that draws the eyes of voters. I think when you look at the odds that he's getting, 13-1, 14-1, where he is right now, seems like great value for a young kid who's really starting to assert himself on the scene that likely will win an MVP at some point in his career.
No, I totally agree. 13-1 is very, very good value for that. I actually like a guy for a dark horse, very similar to that, from his draft class. I actually like Zion, 25-1. So, Mark, hear me out. He averaged 27-7 as a sophomore. Obviously, he missed last year. He's in the best shape of his life. I think the Pelicans could be a surprise team in the West, maybe a top 4 seed. He has the pieces around him. Can he get to 30-8 with highlight reels and a team that exceeds expectations? Maybe they cross that 50-win threshold. The Pelicans could be a story of this season. And if it's on Zion's back, 25-1, the NBA is going to want him similar to Ja Morant. He's going to get an MVP eventually. Why not this season when the NBA is so wide open? So Zion as a dark horse at 25-1 stands out to me.
I'll throw one more name your way just because it's interesting to see him not in the top 3, and that's Kevin Durant. For all intents and purposes, if Kevin Durant plays 60, 65 games this year, even more than that, into the 70 range, and does what Kevin Durant is capable, he's going to be at the top of the league in scoring, and his team is going to be very good, and generally that puts you in the conversation.
I agree. It's how that team performs and how they look in the media and everything like that. The East is very top heavy. I'd be curious how they shake out. It's not bad value. Anytime you can get Kevin Durant at those odds for an MVP, why not? He's 34. He's getting up there. The miles are starting to add up, but he's still a guy I root for and should be at that 28, 27, 29 point a game range.
All right, that'll do it for our MVP odds discussion here on Pickswise. For more information, go to Pickswise.com.